Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you're having a good day. And the topic that I want to speak about today is in regards to a lot of the YouTube bullshit that's it's been going on with the creators in terms of YouTube censoring their creators. This has been going on for a while. It's no secret, no surprise. Anybody that consumes YouTube or anybody that spends a majority of their day on YouTube probably knows some of their favorite creators who have been demonetized from videos, have been suspended 1 week, 2 weeks. I haven't heard of any creators being permanently banned yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if that comes at some point. So essentially what's going on, if you're not in the know, is that YouTube is more corporate. People have been, they make their revenue from ads. Obviously YouTube is owned by Google, so it's a very corporatized environment. It's not what it used to be back. I must have been a freshman when I first heard of YouTube, a freshman in high school when I first heard of YouTube, which is almost 14 years ago, 15 years ago, something like that. And it was just a bunch of small, everyday people, small creators, uploading random videos to this website, and as the years passed by, more mainstream outlets started to jump onto the platform. So now it's pretty much just another source for mainstream media, mainstream, TV shows, movies, journalism, news, all that stuff, right? Yeah, and it's pretty much pushed all the small creators aside, or are now less valuable, even though it's not really true. Essentially, these big corporations, conglomerates, pretty much pay YouTube to be on the trending sites or be on your feed whenever you open the app, right? The first thing you see is going to be late night TV shows, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, all that mainstream, right? It's going to be very rare that you see the average creator or even smaller creators. And now YouTube's guidelines protects these major corporations and pretty much works on the benefit of these major corporations more than it does its initial investors, which are these homegrown creators that do not come from the mainstream media at all, and made YouTube what it is. Personally, two of my favorite channels were suspended. Kim Iverson, who is a moderate leftist news channel, and Double Toasted. Double Toasted, they do reviews of movies and pop culture and stuff like that, and they're super funny. They were also suspended. And essentially, each time YouTube updates its guidelines, it doesn't even give creators an opportunity to go back into their history of videos and delete things that don't match the guidelines that it was just updated to, which is just stupid. How can you punish people for something that wasn't even a rule yet? That doesn't make sense. So this is what YouTube is doing now, and I'm not here to complain. I'm here to offer a solution that I can best think of. And that solution is for the creators, non-establishment, the people that don't have corporate backing, those creators to unionize. And I know that's a hard thing because YouTube is a global website. So it's not like it's a corporation where it's like these are the employees all in one space. That's not how YouTube works. But the way it could possibly work is having the biggest independent creators joining together and initiating that union and being the representatives of that union, right? If you get the largest creators on the platform to band together and demand unionization for the creators and a collective bargaining agreement, YouTube's gonna have a tough time saying no. And I don't know if this has been attempted before. Again, this is just my opinion. I don't, I'm not a person who who creates unions. I'm not into that. It's just my opinion as someone who is more of a consumer, but also attempting to be a creator, and someone who does come from the music business. So, with the larger creators creating a union, fighting for a collective bargaining agreement, also comes some responsibility on the consumers. So the way I would look at it is like politics. If you don't agree with something your representative is doing, you pretty much are calling them, emailing them, texting them, tweeting, any way to contact them, let them know, hey, this isn't right. We don't agree with this. Change it, or we are going to vote you out, bring somebody else in, right? So for the consumer side, pretty much what consumers have to do is, hey, if you don't accept the terms of the union and come up with a collective bargaining agreement with the union of creators, we are not supporting your website anymore. No more premium subscriptions. No more app downloads. No more app usage. No more website usage. We're discontinue all traffic to your website and to your app. Now I understand it's hard to get a conglomerate of people, especially like I said, this is a global entity, right? So there's people who are creators and consumers all across the world. It's not realistic to believe that everybody can do this. But if we do get a slight majority, even 50%, even if we just get 50% of users and creators to agree to this, and specifically consumers, 50% of consumers decide we're not using your website anymore, we're not using your app, that is going to be a big hit to YouTube and Google. And you know what? Let's make it even smaller. Maybe 50% may be too high. 25%. 25% of the consumer base does not access this website or app, let's say for a month. Just a month. And if they still don't agree, we push it out. Hey, another month. Like, we're going to continue to not support your platform, and we're going to get more people to join. And on the creator side, I'm not creating content for a month, another month, until more creators come together and are really serious about this. And I understand it's hard because a lot of creators, this is their livelihood, and I understand not every creator is going to be able to just stop creating content. And hey, no shame in that. You gotta pay your rent, you gotta pay your bills, you gotta feed your family. No one's gonna criticize you for it. But to the creators that are able to do this, to withhold creating any content for the platform, which is really going to be I would say the very large creators, and then the creators like me who have nothing to lose. You know, I have 14 subscribers. If, you know, I'm not making money off of this, so I can easily not do this however long this would take, you know. And to the larger creators, assuming if you're financially savvy, you probably have enough in savings and other investments, stuff like that, where you can stop creating for a while. It's really the only solution that I can think of, that I can come up with. And it's the same for any industry, you know. My 9 to 5 is in the banking industry, and I would love for my specific job to unionize, you know, for my coworkers come together, like, hey, this and this and this is what we want. You know, we want a more democratic system in our corporation, so that everyday employees are able to be heard. I'm a very pro-union person in general, not just in entertainment or in white-collar jobs, but also in blue-collar jobs. So yeah, this is really the only solution I can think of. I know maybe the possibility of create another platform to compete, but at the end of the day, if the other platform does the same thing, gets really big and starts taking corporate money, it's like, hey, we're gonna need a union all over again. Like, no matter what platform is created, and it's gonna be hard making people transition from using YouTube to trying to take them to another platform. So yeah, these are just random thoughts, and you know, I like to hear from you guys what you guys think. You know, any other creators that want to reach out to me and you want to have a discussion about it. Doesn't even have to be for content, or if it wants to be for, if you want it for content, it's cool. Like, or just consumers, leave comments in the video. Like, what are some of your ideas? What do you think can change to make this better for the creators? Because I'm not worried about YouTube and Google. They're making their money, but I'm thinking about the everyday creator that maybe only has 100K subs, less than a million, less than 10 million. You know, we need to be supporting them as well. And I think YouTube has lost its value in terms of their individual creators and not the mainstream media. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe. Again, leave a comment about your thoughts and stuff like that. Thank you.